Examine the crystal tree. Attuned with nature. Very attuned. That's my favorite kind. Yeah, keep the light out a wee bit for sure. Nick, man. They did talk about that, Sir Theodore. Didn't I have to bury a crystal or like plant a crystal tree where the elf died? I got a key for you. Now it's infectious. Now I'm using exclamation points. Oh, thank you so much, she returns, exclamation point. Quickly, we must go inside to find out what has happened to my beloved Yosik. All right, let's go. Oh my goodness. It's a crime scene. Ooh, that's a good question, Kuro. The moon in Zelda that scared them, but it wasn't supposed to be scary? Yeah, that's a good one. I know, I think I sent the demon out of there. I tried to. Let me think about it. But everybody else, you could think of that too. The scariest thing in a game that wasn't supposed to be scary. Metroid creeps me out. Like, I know that Metroid is probably supposed to be scary, but it scares me more than it should. Hey, Crispy. Good evening. Indeed. That's a good one, Crispy. This is a lot of ketchup, what, man? No problems here. A little bit of broken furniture. This is terrible. What could have happened here? Please, you must fix the light. We cannot let my darling Yasek take the blame for any shipwrecks. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Hey, Ansem. What is up, my friend? Good evening. Good to see you. Oh my god, there's scratch marks on the walls. Subnautica was scary. Terrible. Yeah. That actually was harrowing. Alright, let's keep going up. Climb up. Repair it. Can I fix this? The lens appears to be broken. Oh, I need molten glass for this. That's right. So I'm going to need to go buy some molten glass, I think. Unless I can find some just, you know, lying around. Alright. If this is all a ruse to escape Larissa, the too clingy love interest, it's pretty dramatic. There are 3 books here that look important. What would you like to do? Take the Lighthouse Manual. 3 books. The Ancient Diary. And... oh, there was a take all 3. I didn't look at that. Yasek's Journal. Well, too bad. If I have sand and seaweed, I can make it. Ooh. Alright. Okay, Nick, man. Cool. Oh, Morbid's got glass. Excelente. The drawers are locked. These are personal. Yeah, it looks like these books are going to do it. The Ancient Diary. Alright. So, I mean, that's a great doormat. Alright, let's see. Alright. Oh, Morbid's in there. Okay. Morbid, it might be instance because I don't see you. Here we go. Great. Hey, hey, thank you. Thank you. Perfecto. Okay, so let's see. Let's read the diary. I do not know why it is me that has been chosen by them, but I will not fail them. Soft whispers, beckoning me at night. I know what you are. I saw one today. Magnificence. Is this then what we all aspire to someday become? Are these beings even natural, or are they beyond what we think of as nature? The beautiful, chittering Dagonoth, I know thee, I call thee, for I too am of the ocean. I too know this land as home. Home? Perhaps. Where did you come from? Where do you plan to go? Hey, Super Flappers. Good evening. I love your analysis, Sir Theodore. The doormat is untouched. No blood was tread upon the doormat. We can use that as a clue. Or it's a really strong doormat. Dagonoth, we definitely have heard of before. But let's keep reading here. Cotton Eye Joe, hilarious, Nick Man. I'm sure they were thinking of the 90s country house techno swirl up rednecks and their smash sensation Cotton Eye Joe. You cannot leave, you must not leave, I will ensure it. I find myself thinking often the time when we can all be together as one in the deep sea. Problems arose. Can you not see what I want? Can you not see how we should proceed? I have no solution. I sleep during the days now. My nights are only for you and your kind. I am thinking of a door. We cannot let everyone know of my plans. I was buying food in the nearby town today. The idiot barbarians look at me as though I have lost my wits. Ha! Like they know what wits even are. Ouch! Do they even understand? Of course not. They are just barbarians. Soon. Things fall into place so quickly. It's such an interesting situation that barbarians is like this unbelievably antiquated slur that we still use to, refer to reckless, homicidal people, who are all fight, no intellect, and yet we're referring to an actual group of people in the game. Such an odd twist. So they're implying things that, haven't been in play for quite some time. Things fall into place so quickly. A door, yes, definitely a door, but how to keep my secrets secure. Ooh, rhyming. Disturbing message from the council today. They feel that I am not fulfilling my contract to keep this lighthouse operative correctly. Operating correctly? Operative correctly? Do they think I care? Do I even care anymore? Things proceed apace. I will begin work on the door as soon as I can. What can they do to me? Your songs of the night call to me always. Yeah, they don't seem to, Sir Theodore. Always the chittering. Did I name you, Dagonoth, or did you tell me your name in my dreams of you? Well, that's a good question. If I named you, did I also create you just by naming you? Am I then also somehow a part of you, or are you a part of me? Hilarious, Morbidfell. Things seem so strange nowadays. The door is the key, but what should then be the key to the door? I do not think I am well anymore. It is good to have company. Stupid council, always interfering. You do not know the Dagonoth. You have no sway here. I am the sea. I see that I am. Whoa, this is getting into poetry. It really feels like, with the rhyming and some of this door business, I'm thinking Evermore. I'm thinking, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven a little bit here. It is supernatural, so you've got like Lovecraft and Poe perhaps even in play. Now this guy doesn't seem not all there. This is the old diary. This isn't the new diary. So I don't know if this is, well, we'll see. The door, Dagonoth. Will I wake one day and find that my life so far has been naught but a dream? And that under my skin, under my bones, I too am Dagonoth? I stopped capitalizing it. Such dreams I have in the days while I sleep. The chittering is now always ringing in my ears. What are you saying to me? The key is the door. The red of flame, the blue of water, the white of air. Ah, here we go. Here's the runes. The key is the door. Red, blue, white, and brown. So all these runes. Is this all? Can this be? He did. In Lovecraft, it was just called Dagon. He has a whole story called Dagon. No, Dagonoth, isn't it? The colors are, but it might be called Dagonoth more fully in the text. The colors are of deep significance, deep seas, deep thoughts. Thoughts of creation. Am I a creation? Dagonoth? Are you? Then by who? And what for? The door is the key. There you go, Kuro. Exactly. Red and yellow and blue and brown and white and green. Okay, wait. Red and yellow and blue and brown and white and green. Put them together and what have you got? Bippity boppity boo? The runes. Fire, air, water, earth. The other keys. Weapons. Ah. I take 2 parts of the mixture. The sword of the warrior and the arrow of the huntsman. Can this then keep you bound to this place, Dagonoth? We shall see. We shall see the sea. Days are a stream of people buying, selling. Can you not leave me be? I think I understand. I come to thee tonight, Dagonoth. I know not how this ends, but will now found out. Farewell, land. The sea is now my home, my place, my life. Yeah, the life of a lighthouse keeper is really tough. I'm thinking of the movie Song of the Sea, I think is what it's called, with the lighthouse and it's kind of like an Irish animated movie that was out in the last 10 years. Yeah. Now, what scares me more about some of the Lovecraft stories are the ones when he gets into like the Egyptian stuff and they start bringing people back from the dead. In reality, those are scary ones. I have not much time left in this place. I return to you in the sea at night. Dagonoth, me. Can you become me, or can I somehow become you? All right, so that was a tattered up diary. We shouldn't show Larissa that diary. We're gonna keep the diary away from Larissa. We want her to just keep her memories that she has of her darling lighthouse guy. All right, so what else we got here? We have another journal. Benoth III. The mystery of what has happened to my uncle has still not been revealed, but I must dwell on it no longer. So this is the journal of the more recent guy. His uncle must have been the crazy one. There you go, Kuro. Yeah, that's quite a name. It is slightly unfair that due to his absence, the council have forced me to take up his job here at the lighthouse. But what can I say to argue against them? Like, what kind of a barbarian are you? Or what kind of a Viking are you? Or what kind of a whatever? Like, slightly unfair? That's far too reasonable. They're just like, look, your uncle disappeared, and now it's your job to live at the lighthouse forever. Wait, what? But trust me, I know all about the Fremennik Council being a member, and it was tough to get on board. But they've got a lot of jobs to do, like, you know, use nepotism as the only hiring mechanism to fully staff the lighthouse. They have allowed me to make a small income by selling items without the usual sales tax. But who is ever going to come all the way out to this forsaken spot? Look, we'll make it up to you. We'll waive the whole sales tax thing. Worse, I fear for my life. Being between two barbarian camps, I have not had any particular problems with the locals so far, but who knows what can set off a barbarian? I know. Who knows? My fears seem to have been unfounded. The local barbarians, who I have learnt prefer the term Fremennik. Oh, he's not a Fremennik. Seem to be decent and hard-working people after all. For some reason, with his name and the location, I kind of just assumed... Boy, that was bad assumption on my part. They certainly do not live up to the terrible things that I have heard about them before now. I still do not have any clues as to what happened to my uncle. Some of the local folks have tried to suggest that he was eaten by a sea monster that they claim lives near here, but I hold no weight to their foolish superstitions. Uh-oh. Exclamation points are back. He was always slightly eccentric, and I fear that he was simply overcome by the terrible loneliness. See, this is what Sir Theodore is talking about, from living out in this desolate lighthouse, and one night simply gave himself up to the sea. Boy, that's also... That's actually closer to what the diary says than he thinks. It has now been almost a month since I was first sent to this forsaken and desolate spot. I still have no clue to what happened to my uncle, and frankly, I've almost stopped really caring. All I can think of is somehow getting away from this terrible place. It has been over 2 weeks now since I last saw another human face. I do not know how much longer I can stand in loneliness. I do not know if it is my mind playing tricks on me, but recently I've begun to hear something whispered on the wind. Oh no, not the whispers. Oh, interesting, Sir Theodore. See, I thought she was Fremennik too, because her name doesn't... Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm mistaken. I'm just conflating the geography far too much. Don't listen to the whispers. There have also been many strange noises from below the lighthouse and from behind the strange metal doorway that my uncle had installed in the basement. Oh man, you shouldn't go down there. Perhaps this is how my uncle felt before he... No, I still do not know what has happened to him. I am filled with resolve to discover what exactly did happen. If nothing else, it will keep my mind from the voices that call me nightly. Raktuber the 13th. It has been some time since I filled out this journal, for my spirits have been greatly lifted in recent times, and it's all down to a single person I encountered while working here. Her name is Larissa. Oh, okay. I was wondering why, like, up till this point, he hadn't mentioned Larissa. I was like, we probably shouldn't show Larissa this diary either. We should just tell her, oh, it's just full of how much he misses you and he's thinking about you. But no, he didn't meet her at first. But now it's suspicious. Her name is Larissa, and she's a local Fremennik girl who comes here to buy goods, not for sale in her hometown of Relica sometimes. To be honest, I would have tried to strike up a friendship with anyone who came by, for it's a terribly lonely job working at this lighthouse. But even if I worked at Inveric, I could have not chosen a more pleasant companion. We really struck a chord together, and I think we may become more than friends eventually. Wink, wink, but I worry for her family. What will they think of me? From what I hear, the people of Relica do not take kindly to strangers. Yeah, so it's both ways. I've also made some progress in my search for the truth of what happened to my uncle Silas Mariner. All those months ago, I found a secret compartment with a diary hidden within it. I've placed the diary in the bookshelf for later examination. You should have read the diary right away and then just opened the door and run away from this place. It is definitely his handwriting, and I hope that it may shed some light onto his eventual fate. I cannot help but think that he had never come to this isolated place, that whatever befell him might have never happened. Pentember the 24th. Has it been so long since last I wrote in this thing? These last months have seemed like a glorious dream. Larissa and I have been slowly falling in love, and the torment that this lighthouse was to me when I first arrived here is now the place where I've finally found true happiness. Wow, that's a twist. All is not as perfect as I would like to believe it were to be, however. I have still had no luck in understanding what happened to my Uncle Silas, and his diary is so bizarre. I cannot believe that the man who wrote it is the same man who used to take me on fishing trips to Karamja when I was a young lad. I gotta tell you what. He read the diary and he didn't think it was time to run away. Wow. This guy's, I guess he's just, love drunk with Larissa, and he's not thinking clearly. And let's not count out the whispers. You know what, Sir Theodore? We did look at the museum a little bit to learn about the Fremennik land somewhat, but it's been a while. The writer seems to have been driven horribly insane by living here, or by some event that he witnessed one day, and his diary is full of strange and cryptic passages. Exactly every reason why you should leave. I feel sure that there is some message here. Run away, but I just cannot find what it says. My nights alone are getting worse, too. During the day, when I'm with Larissa, I'm always filled with joy, but when she goes home to her family at night and I'm left here alone, my mind begins to play tricks upon me. Often, I think I can hear things moving in the crawl spaces of the lighthouse. Whenever the wind is to the north, I can also sometimes hear a dreadful chittering noise. Is it voices or some creature of the night? I know not, but the sound disturbs me. Why are you still here? I tell you what, he's just braver than me. Just so much braver than me. That's a great question, Barizzle. And thank you, Episcocat, for answering, because I really can't compare the two. So I'll leave it to the chat to debate that one, because I haven't played old school. Strange. Good evening, by the way, Brizzle. You have the diary, you hear the whispers, the crawl spaces. This is terrible. One night I even thought I heard my uncle's voice calling me to join him, but the voice was distorted and gurgled as though he were trying to talk through water. I dismissed this as a bad dream. How could that happen? Yet it did disturb me deeply. I haven't told Larissa my concerns, for I would not wish her to worry about me, but I've decided to give her a spare key to this lighthouse, for I cannot shake this feeling that should I remain here much longer, something terrible is going to happen to me. So I want her to come in and have it happen to her too. Strange, I thought I heard a noise from downstairs just now, but with the front door locked, there's no way anyone can get in here except for that metal door my uncle installed in the basement. I must investigate. Yeah. Read the manual? This is the Litomatic Deluxe 500 Maintenance. Wow, they got the good one. Upkeep and User's Manual 2nd Edition. Thank you for purchasing the Litomatic Deluxe Lighthouse lighting equipment. The following is important user information and should be read before you put your Litomatic into full use. Specifications. The Litomatic Deluxe has a maximum viewing range of over 3 nautical miles in optimal conditions. In foggy or wet weather, visible distance is reduced to approximately 1 nautical mile. Upkeep. The Litomatic Deluxe uses an advanced system of a torch and lenses to amplify the ambient visible light levels produced by your torch. We recommend all lighthouse keepers ensure that they keep their lens clean and dust-free to ensure optimal lighting conditions. Troubleshooting. We've included the following frequently asked questions for users who may have problems with the installation or upkeep of their Litomatic Deluxe. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. My Litomatic does not fit the DPM deployment point mechanism. Is there anything I can do? There doesn't. Let's skip to this one. There doesn't seem to be any light coming from my Litomatic Deluxe. Help! If users are not getting light, there are a number of factors that could cause this. Check that your light source module has been correctly activated. If it is on fire, then it is at optimal functioning capacity. If it's not on fire, you'll need to use a tinderbox to light it. Alright, the LSM has to get lit. If using a tinderbox on your LSM has no effect, your NRLSF, wow, these acronyms, non-renewing light source fuel may be at fault. Although we only recommend the use of official Litomatic NRLSFs purchased separately, a make-do solution can be achieved by using swamp tar on the LSM, which should be capable of restarting the flames when activated with a tinderbox. Note, use of swamp tar voids your warranty. Oh boy, this must be an Apple product, this Litomatic. My LSM works fine, but the visible light at sea is weak. Okay, so let's go light the bottom part. Exactly, Nick, man. We got to go back to the museum at some point. We probably got some more stuff there. Now, I remember some of what you're talking about, Sir Theodore, and is any of that related to how there is the separate tribe of Fremennik that are living in the mountains? Did they, like, disagree about magic or something like that? If I'm... Exactly, Episcocat. The Litomatic 600 is just come out. I remember a rock, yes. I know, blood everywhere. Alright, repair the lighting mechanism. You use the molten glass to repair the lens. You use swamp tar to make the torch flammable again. And we light it. And we got it. Yep, there it goes. Hey, look, the blood got cleaned. Well, looks like the Litomatic has a blood cleaning feature. I don't have the stuff to make that a hidey hole. Yeah, he was up here and then dragged down. The blood's back. Oh, okay, Piscocat. Alright, I'm gonna need to go down here, I guess. Larissa, you stay up here. Actually, you should probably go back to town. Oh, ho. Yes, this looks fantastic. Just a shark face looking at me. So this is the basement. I mean, it's impressive that the basement was even able to be dug, given what the water table must be like. Given that we're on a 10-foot diameter island, but let's study this strange wall. All right, so let's put the right stuff in. Yep, shark face here. I mean, if you see it, like, again, this is just why I'm not an adventurer, I suppose. If I see this face on a door, I'm never trying to unlock that door. Yeah, pretty much. Dagger mouth indeed. I see daggers all over the place. All right, use an earth rune.